Ladies and gentlemen, there's so much going on out there. The lawlessness of this regime is it knows no bounds. There's nothing stopping this man from doing anything. If he wants to raise marginal tax rates, he can just do it. Nobody's going to stop him. Here is the latest. As you know, the regime recently delayed the implementation of the employer mandate for 3 years until 2016. This means that employers who have employees that are 100 or less will be subject to the mandate. The point of this is that this limit of 100 is a golden opportunity for businesses to once again fire people to get under that number of 100 so that they are eligible for the delay of the mandate. And so what the Obama regime has done, businesses are going to be required to certify to the IRS under penalty of perjury that Obamacare was not a motivating factor in their staffing decisions. This is absolutely lawless. It is against the law. They cannot, ladies and gentlemen, do this. Specifically, they cannot run businesses this way. That they cannot turn staffing decisions into crimes. And this is exactly what they're doing. Businesses make decisions all the time on the basis of avoidance of costs here and costs there, labor costs, tax costs. They do it all the time. And this is a tax. Don't forget the Supreme Court claimed that all of this is constitutional because these mandates are just taxes. They're not mandates to buy a product. That would be unconstitutional. Of course, that doesn't matter now anyway. So the Obama officials made clear in a press briefing that businesses would not be allowed to lay off workers to get into the preferred class of businesses with 50 to 99 employees. Because those businesses are the ones exempt from Obamacare and the employer mandate for 3 years. Between 50 and 99 employees, you are exempted. So if you have 103 employees and you fire 4 of them, you now have to certify to the IRS under threat of perjury that you didn't do that to avoid Obamacare costs. So, apparently you can duck the law, but then only if you promise not to say you're doing that. You cannot say companies must now swear to the IRS that none of their layoffs are because of Obamacare. This must be in writing. It is made under threat of perjury charges. If what they're trying to avoid here, obviously, is lay people off. But more than that, they don't want businesses saying that they're laying people off or firing people because of Obamacare. That's really what the rub is. And it boils down, they can do what they want, but they better not say that they're firing people because of Obamacare. Now, it's been going around here, this is a banana republic. This is way beyond a banana republic now. This is Stalinism. This is sheer brazen lawlessness. There is nothing stopping Obama if he wants to raise somebody's tax rates or to eliminate somebody's tax rates. There's nothing stopping him from doing virtually anything he wants to do because nobody's stopping him now. In fact, the Republicans are doing everything they can to avoid any kind of disagreement. The debt limit thing, you heard about that. Oh, yeah, we got to focus on Obamacare. We can't run the risk here of getting into a fight with Obama on the debt, shutting down the government again. Can't have that. So, and besides, the Tea Party won't let the Tea Party. They're trying to blame all of this on the Tea Party, trying to blame all of this debt business on the Republican side on the Tea Party, and then claiming, we can't do anything about it anyway. We don't have 218 votes. When you have 218 votes, you can't do anything. There's no reason to stand for anything. We don't have the votes, and we don't want to shut down the government. We'll get blamed again. And so we'll just do this. We'll just let the president expand the debt limit. We'll go along with it. We'll endorse it, and then we'll really focus on Obamacare for the rest of the year. That's just... It's hard to comprehend this, and we're in uncharted territory. Nobody knows what to do here. Everybody's sitting around waiting for somebody else to do something. No, seriously. How many of you? I mean, this is not a criticism. How many of you, upon learning that businesses now cannot blame Obamacare for firing people and getting under the 100 employee limit. Can't do that. You can't fire them for that reason, and you can't say that you did it for that reason if you fire them. You have to promise the IRS that Obamacare had nothing to do with your staffing decisions. And all of the other, just the mandate delay itself, the waiver here, all of the changes in Obamacare. Let me ask you, how many of you have asked yourself, who's going to stop this? How are we going to stop? And that's everybody is at Boehner, Mitch McConnell, everybody in Washington is at, how are we going to stop this? Nobody knows how to stop it. Rand Paul is threatening to sue the president. That's going to come down to, does he have standing or not? Mike Lee, senator from Utah. I've got a piece in the stack today about the problems with suing the president, how difficult it is. You must have standing in order to sue the president. If you're a business, for example, you have to be able to prove without any doubt whatsoever that the harm you have incurred is exclusively tied to Obama's policies. And then even if you found a business or a group of them that wanted to sue, then you've got, we don't have the money compared to these guys. They've got the Justice Department. They got Eric Holder. They've got the judges. They've got what difference does it make to sue? Then you've got impeachment. Nobody's talking about it. There's no way that's ever going to happen, no matter what. Not even going to talk about that. So how does it stop? We're in uncharted territory here. All the commentators. I mean, one of the conventional bits of wisdom inside the Beltway commentariat today is, if people would have started speaking out against this when it first started happening, then maybe we could do something about it. And here, yeah, but before we get to that, there's something I want to say about commentators and so forth. What is the role of a commentator? Is the role of a commentator just to sit there and tell you what he thinks and then go home? Or is a commentator attempting to marshal public opinion for what he believes for the purposes of creating action within the body politic? What's the purpose? I would submit to you that a whole lot of commentators just going to tell you what they think, and that's it. They go home. That's end of the day. That's the job. I'm going to tell you what I think, but whatever happens after that, we're all in it for ourselves. Every man, every woman for herself, for himself. Of course, the most fundamental way to stop Obama is to simply deny him the money for what he wants to do, and that happens in the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives, Ways and Means Committee specifically, but the House of Representatives is where every spending bill originates. That's where they were talking about defunding the Iraq War. The Democrats were back in the day. That's where that would have happened. Power of the purse. It all boils down, whatever techniques there are available to stop this, you then have to make the leap to, is there the will to do it? And that takes us into another problematic area, which we'll discuss as the program unfolds. We got to take a break now. Sit tight. Much more when we get back. Don't go away.